Well, good morning. It's Tech Tuesday. It's getting started in voiceover, episode 39. I'll talk more about that amazing feat next week in episode 40. Wow. Let's talk education. And, I have many friends with letters after their names, from MBAs to PhDs to stuff that is, specific to different things that people do. And they all mean something and they were all earned. They have proof that they have knowledge in a certain area and, all that. We all know about all those kind of things. But with some basic research undertaken, and I turned around this morning and was thinking about this subject, and I thought, I don't know of any voiceover degree, of any voiceover certification, of something that proves I'm a voice artist and I know what I'm doing. So there's that, right? So certainly there are places that offer curriculum and certifications. I found several of those, and I don't know anything about them. I'm sure they're valuable. Good or bad, it's not like I can look to hire a marketing position for my company and look at resumes for a degree in marketing and, oh, they went to a certain school known for marketing and all that. One of the challenges in the voice-over voice acting world is the subjectivity of what we do. Was that a good read or not? There are many things we do that we'd like to do and not do for what is now considered a good read, but that target moves around. And it's also specific to the job, to the casting agent, there's a lot there. Voices that were called for 10 or 20 years ago are less sought after these days, like my voice. So it's hard to nail that down. On the other hand, I've never had a single customer ask me for a voice acting resume or proof of education or a degree. The great and scary thing is they listen to your demo and 5 seconds later they've decided to hire you or not. 5 seconds. Haha, yes, especially when you're dealing with an agency. This is a huge issue, but if you don't stand out in the first moment or two, you go in the pile of everybody else. You'd better stick out in a good way. And then you're being selected may or may not be due to your read. Often they're listening for a certain tone, an attitude, a quality. Is there a fun part of your voice? Is there a serious part of your voice that comes through? Does it have gravitas? Does it lack that? I have several male voiceover friends that just don't have deep voices. And they'll never get that spot looking for the maturity that's in my voice. Just as my voice is really hard to make light. And so there's all that. So what to do? Well, here's 4 things of general capability you can do. Join an improv group. If you've never acted or had to act, great acting experience comes out of an improv group. Think, whose line is it anyway? It can be scary as heck for those of you that have never been on stage or never worked in a group that is just going to go on what comes up. It doesn't always have to be good, and your first session may be awful, but that's the whole point. Improv is a great place to make your mind work and see what you can pull out. Often a casting agent is looking for that little bit of a nuance that comes out in your voice that they can hear you're fun or spontaneous or whatever, because they want the spot to do that. Maybe look at a community college course on acting and get maybe some kind of a certification. But the point isn't the piece of paper. The point is experience on what you're doing, just more acting experience. Because, folks, we're always acting. We're always some kind of a character. If you think that's good, and you're all good in those areas, yeah, I know how to act, I've been acting, I know, but you're still not sure, get some coaching from a person in the industry that is either getting a lot of work. They'll be more expensive, but they're getting work. So what they're telling you must work. They know what they're doing. Or like the last coach I used is a casting agent. I have hired 4 coaches over the last 18 months. Why? Because I want to continually hone, sand, camphor, push, tweak, make sure I'm as good as I can be. And then I'll probably wait another 2 or 3 months, see how business goes, and go back at it again. That's the point of idea number 4. Practice, refine, practice, refine, practice, refine, and let the market decide. The hard part of what we do is hearing your own voice. Hearing your own voice and being able to discern what you need polished is very, very hard. I've even done reads where I've submitted a read and they say you missed a word, and I read it again and miss the word again because my brain already did it one way. If you don't hear that you're going up at the end of sentences and you need to make sure they drop, you're probably not going to hear it unless you are really, really critical of yourself. And sometimes that isn't positive. Sometimes you just need another set of ears to help you. And if you're getting regular work, you may be all set. I'm sure, well, you know what? I'm going to back up from what I was going to say. I was going to say I'm sure that a lot of people that are really successful in this area don't get much coaching, but I know people that are well above me in income and constant work that are always going back once or twice a year and just having somebody else hear them and listen and hone. Steel sharpens steel, as they say. And if you're not getting enough regular work and you think you could be better, you probably could be. And that is the point where you go back for more coaching and practice, practice and coaching, coaching and practice. Good luck with your journey. If I can help, please reach out. I would love to be able to be your resource. Please leave some comments below about today or other things you might like to see addressed here. Thanks so much for listening on Tech Tuesday. See you next week.